Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and today our guest is not only one of Grand Prairie's finest, he is the leader of all of Grand Prairie's finest. Welcome, Chief Dye.
Thank you, Council Member. I appreciate you having me on today.
Oh, we're delighted to have you. And I know you have some good news. Grand Prairie is a great place to live, and
Yes,
we want to
ma'am.
know some of the reasons why.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you for the time to have the police department on, and specifically for having me on. Great news. Our crime was down again last year in 2014. Our crime was down 9% last year overall. To kind of break that down, since 2010, overall crime is down 36%, with violent crime being down 17% and property crime being down 38%. So great news for the community. We could not have done it on our own. It's really the community members that have helped by working together with us to really achieve really historic results. We're seeing a decrease unlike any other city in the Metroplex. It's very historic, but also very something to be very proud of, not only from the police department, but for our citizens.
Absolutely. Oh, what a blessing and what a good report that is. And what do you attribute that to?
Well, I think the thing first and foremost that we attribute it to is really working together with our community. You know, we can do a great job on the police department side of things, but if we don't have those true partnerships in our community, we really don't achieve the results that we want to achieve. And I'll go beyond the crime rate. I think it's much more than the crime rate. I think it's the improvement of quality of life. Grand Prairie is a great city. We've got the friendliest community that I've ever lived in, and I'm proud to be a part of it. But we really understand how to work as a team. And when we work together, these are the types of results that we can achieve. And I think our increased volunteerism has really helped us also get to where we want to be with our crime. Now, we're not going to rest on our laurels. Right. We're going to keep working hard to keep lowering that crime rate. We're going to be very responsible about that. But also, we're really going to focus on continuing to help maintain a high quality of life and improve quality of life where we can. It's not just important to us as citizens, it's important for our school district, it's important for our economic development. It all works together. When you move to a new community, and we want people to move into Grand Prairie, you're going to ask, what are the schools like and what's the crime rate like?
Right.
And so we can proudly say now that out of the 33 cities in Texas, over 100,000, we have moved up to the 11th safest city. And if you look at those 10 cities ahead of us, they're all much newer and they're all much further out from the center of the Metroplex. So, you know, we're in the heart of 7 million people, which is a great thing location-wise, but it's also something to be very proud of that we're such a very safe city where you can work, play, and live and feel safe.
It's a tremendous accomplishment.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, if just a normal citizen like myself wanted to get involved with this police department, what would I do?
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for asking that question, because our volunteerism is really crucial to our success. And I can proudly say that over the last 3-4 years, we've really focused on increasing that volunteerism, and you've got several great opportunities. For example, if you want to learn more about the police department, you can sign up for our Citizen Police Academy by going online to grandprairiepolice.org. Our next class is in March. We have a class every spring and every fall. That gives our citizens a real inside look at the police department. They go one night a week and learn about all the different facets of the police department. They're also able to drive and shoot, which is always a lot of fun.
Yes.
And so once you graduate from the Citizen Police Academy, there's the Citizen Police Academy alumni. We have our Citizens on Patrol. We started that program about 3 years ago. We're already over 50 strong. And those are citizens that have uniforms and marked vehicles that drive through our neighborhoods, help with business checks, vacation watch checks, and really a myriad of things to help the officers become more efficient, waiting on our records for the officers. Great program. They have won the best Citizens on Patrol program for a large agency in the state of Texas for the last 2 years consecutively. They have won that main award 2 years in a row. Fantastic program. And then we've also got our Victim Relief Ministries volunteer chaplaincy program that really fills that void when we need to really help our victims and the families of our victims. You know, sometimes, Georgia, in police work, we stay and we solve problems and we're compassionate, but we sometimes, it's time that we have to move on to the next call.
Right.
So what VRM has really helped us do is really stay with that victim and give them that longer term comfort and care that they may need, either pastoral or to help with a wheelchair ramp or food in the home or securing the home in a higher capacity. So they've really helped again with that quality of life component. So those are three of the programs we have. We also have Volunteers in Policing, which is a program where you can do volunteer work in an administrative capacity at the police department. So if anyone out there is interested in joining any of these volunteer programs, I'm going to make it really simple. You can call my office at 972-237-8713, and we'll be happy to provide more information.
Now, the Victim Relief Ministries, who heads that up for you?
Glenn Cato, lifelong Grand Prairie resident, is our chapter director. Emil Balliet is our police department chaplain and volunteer coordinator. Emil coordinates all of our volunteer programs, and then Glenn is actually the president of our Grand Prairie chapter of VRM. They work together in concert, and they have just done amazing things. We are well over 200 VRM. We're approaching the size of the Dallas chapter. We were only the second chapter in the Metroplex, and now there's many others forming. And what I'm proud of is they're coming to Edward Smith, who's over all of VRM, and Glenn Cato, who our chapter president is, and then Emil. They're coming to Grand Prairie to find out, hey, how are you all doing this? Because one of the really things that we can attribute to the increased quality of life and lower crime is programs like the VRM. So it's become a model program for those across the state. They've
really been making a difference, and they're easy to spot too in those bright yellow shirts.
Yes, ma'am. We nickname them the yellow shirts, and they are. And they're citizens who are volunteering their own time to help their communities. And it's really it's very heartwarming to see how much these people care for their fellow community members.
Yes.
And I can just not brag on them enough, as all of our volunteer programs, including the COP and the CPA alumni, just great group of citizens. Again, it just shows you the depth of character of the citizens of Grand Prairie.
It really does. Now, if I wanted to go to the Citizens Police Academy, do I have a charge for that, or is that
Absolutely
free?
Not. Go to grandprairiepolice.org. You can sign up. If we can't get you in this next class, we'll put you on a waiting list. It's free. We just appreciate you being there. And as I always tell the classes, we actually learn more in that class, I think, than they do, because we really try to draw on what do our citizens need? What needs can we fill for you as citizens, and what level of service are you lacking that we can help provide? We really focus on treating everybody with respect and dignity and being patient problem solvers for our communities. And I would just, like to mention, I know there's been a lot of negative news media lately about police departments and police officers. It's been an outpouring of support in Grand Prairie for our police department. And I can tell you, we're not having that problem here in our city. While we're not perfect, our community leaders and our community members are really working together with our police department. We're a team and we're a family, and we understand that we need to partner together to community police. And I'm so proud of the fact that we're just not, while not perfect, we're just not experiencing those issues that have become volatile around the country. So I would just like to thank our citizens for all of their support. It means a lot to us.
Yes, we have a wonderful community. We're so blessed. And we're blessed to have you as the head of our police department. Thank you so much, Chief, for being here. And thank you for the wonderful news that you've brought us, and for the wonderful city you have make for us to live in and enjoy.
Thank you so much. God bless. I appreciate you.
Thank you. And we'll be right back.
Make a difference. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome back. And we also welcome Mr. Bill Moser, who is the past chairman of the Grand Prairie Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Bill. We're glad to have you.
Thanks for having me again, Georgia.
Well, of course. And we always like to hear about the Chamber's sustaining members. They're very important to the Chamber. Would you share those with us?
I certainly would. Yes, the sustaining members are very important to our organization, and by virtue of their very name, they are the sustaining people, and we do have a new one this year, which is really pretty cool too. Now, we have different levels of sustaining member. You give a little bit more money, but basically what it is you give money over and above your normal membership criteria amount, and what that money does is it goes to fund all the things that the Chamber has to do, cover our nut, so to speak, with utilities and debt service and all that kind of stuff. And that's what these folks do. And salaries are very important. Yes. Our sustaining members are at the Emerald level is Hong Kong Marketplace, Asia Times Square, Matthew Lowe. And at the Platinum level, we have Airbus Helicopters. We have Classic Chevrolet, the Thompson Group, which is in Grapevine, but they do stuff all over the Metroplex in different chambers. And our chamber chairman this year, Herb Roth, is from Classic Chevrolet. And then we have one very near and dear to my heart, of course, Grand Bank of Texas, who does things all over Grand Prairie.
Of course.
and now in Dallas and in the Hill Country. And at our gold level, we have the ER at Grand Prairie, JMH Printing, who does all the chamber's printing practically, Medical Center in Arlington, Neighborhood Credit Union, Encore Electric Delivery. We have Texas Trust Credit Union. And then at the silver level, we have Fast Signs at Highway 67 in Duncanville, but we have a new silver member, and that's Traders Village. And obviously everybody knows Traders Village is a great organization in the city of Grand Prairie and a #1 tourist attraction in the state of Texas. I think the only person that ever beats Traders Village in tourist attractions in the state of Texas is the Alamo. So we have the #2 tourist attraction in the state of Texas after the Alamo at Traders Village. So they're a silver member. And then we have our bronze level sponsors, 2 NetLink Services, Baylor Medical Center at Irving, the city of Grand Prairie, we like them too, Grand Prairie Ford, Haynes & Boone's law firm, Lockheed Martin, Sam's Club, Texas General Hospital, Texas Healthcare Arlington Memorial Hospital, Titan Contractors, Uncle Bob's Self Storage, Verizon Theater at Grand Prairie, Victor's Event Room in the historic Anderson Building, that's Carlos and Carla, Juan Delapiani, and last but not least, Walmart in Grand Prairie. So those are our sustaining members, and they do a lot for our chamber every year.
Oh, they do. What a great group.
It is.
And it allows you to have some exciting activities as well.
It does. With those people covering that part of our budget, that gives us the opportunity to do lots of different activities, and we're not so constrained and have to make money at those things, so we can do things like we did last year with the Dragon Boat races, which was a new event for us. It turned out to be really great, but we weren't constrained by having to make money at the event. And some of the other events that we've got coming up, now that you mention it,
yes,
we have our Luncheon Lead, which is the first Tuesday of each month. And the first Tuesday of each month, we have it at the Oasis at Joe Pool Lake. It's $10. And we also have it on the third Tuesday of each month at Mixed Up Burgers at the Grand Prairie Airport. It's $10 for either one of those. Our monthly luncheon this coming in February, on February the 18th, is at the Ruthie Jackson Center, and it's going to be pretty special. The kids from Dubisky High School and Grand Prairie ISD are involved in an operation called Skills USA, and the students are coming to give their presentations to the group, and then we can give them feedback before they go on to competition. And so that's the 18th of February at the Ruthie Jackson Center, and you can RSVP to the chamber, or you can get Alex Sprinkles at the chamber and RSVP to her. For all of these, the phone number to call if you want is 972-264-1558, or you can get Alex at the chamber at alex@grandprairiechamber.org. In addition to those food-related events, we have the Hispanic networking meeting, which is January the 27th, and it's always held at the Pioneer Event Center at 303 on Robinson Road. I don't know what the topic is going to be this coming February. I read it, but I forgot to write it down. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And then on the second Friday of every month, we have the Coffee Cup Connection. That's held at the chamber office, and it's free to any member, so that's a benefit. And it usually involves networking and some kind of a personal skill building event. It's usually a lot of fun. They have different little things that you build something, or you it's really pretty cool.
And they
Plus,
have a
there's
little
networking.
food.
And there's a little food, right?
Right.
There's coffee, obviously, in a
Right.
cup, and then Lynn usually gets some pastries or something like that, and fruit. Okay. Our business after hours in February is on the 26th, and it's at the Oxford Glen at Grand Prairie, and that's the new memory care facility out at Lake Ridge and I think it's Camp Wisdom. It's right there on the corner, and it has a Mardi Gras theme. That's also free as a benefit to members, and it's great for networking. Plus, I ran into the lady who runs that place, whose name I can't remember.
Winda.
Maybe I need to go to the memory care facility. But at any rate, she invited everybody to come because it's going to be really great, and you can see that that new center. It's something we haven't had in Grand Prairie before, so that's really pretty good. Another exciting event, it's not in February, but as you know, the legislature's in session, and as your mother always used to say, we all need to be afraid when they're in session, but they are in session. And so the Leadership Grand Prairie class and the Chamber is going down to Austin to meet with our representatives on March the 4th, which is 2 days after Texas Independence Day, but we're going down to Austin to meet with our representative, and it's Grand Prairie Day, and Rodney Anderson has promised everybody a great time, and you get to tour the Capitol and all that. So that's a lot of fun. The cost of that is $50 if you're not currently in the leadership class. If you are, it's part of your leadership. And I think we leave at 5:30 in the morning, and if you're not on the bus, too bad, but you can drive down on your own. I've done that before when I missed the bus. 5:30 in the morning, and we come back to the chamber offices at 7:30 at night. It's really pretty neat, and it's great to see that stuff, especially if you haven't ever been down there before.
Right, and you get to visit on the way down and back.
Right, and I think we used to have adult beverages, but we stopped doing that.
Thank you for that information, Bill.
Right, that's too much information. But at any rate, and the last thing I want to mention is, it's not in February. It's the next day after our trip to Austin, but we're going to be having our State of the city at the Ruthie Jackson Center. It starts at 6 p.m. and I think it starts at 6 p.m. Starts at 6 p.m. It's at the Ruthie Jackson Center, and it's costs $50 a person. You can RSVP to the same thing. It's open to anybody in Grand Prairie who wants to, and it's a dinner, and it'll be Mayor Jensen's second State of the City, so he probably won't be near as nervous as he was for the first one, so it may be a little bit more laid back, but it's always a great event, and you find out things not only about the chamber, but about the city, kind of like the chief was here a few minutes ago, was talking about the crime statistics. That'll be included. There'll be lots of stuff that Ron will talk about what a great town it is, or what a great time it is to live in the city of Grand Prairie.
Yes, it's a great event, and you do get to find out what's happening and what's going on in Grand Prairie.
Mm-hmm. If you don't watch this show.
That's right.
It's a consolidated version of this, much less specific, but it still finds out what's happening in Grand Prairie.
That's true. And thank you so much for being here with us, Bill. It's always a delight to have you. You do a great job.
Thank you, ma'am.
For the chamber, representing.
I enjoy coming and representing the chamber.
Thanks
for having us.
Certainly. And we'll be right back.
You fill up my senses like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again.
Welcome back. And now we get to find out what's happening with the Grand Prairie Arts Council. We have Libby Clausen, Executive Director.
Good
Welcome,
morning.
Libby.
Thank you so much.
So glad to have you. And we want to know everything that's going on with the Arts Council.
Oh, it's such an exciting time. First, let's remind people the Grand Prairie Unity Coalition, we work jointly with them on a student art show. Want to remind folks, you still have time to get your artwork in. The deadline is February 9th. It's for students that live in Grand Prairie. You don't have to go to school in Grand Prairie, but you live in Grand Prairie. And all of the information for that is on our website at artsgp.org if people will click through there, or they can call us if they don't want to go to the website, and that's 972-642-2787. And then the banquet is February 19th. and all of the artwork. We're going to have a reception for the art show on February the 15th at the Uptown, and then all the artwork will be moved to the Unity Coalition Annual Banquet on February 19th at the Ruthie Jackson Center. We want people to be sure and get their tickets for the banquet also, and they can contact the Arts Council for more information on how to get your tickets for that banquet as well.
Now, will they present the awards at the banquet?
We're actually, yes, we're going to let everyone know what the awards are at the reception at the Uptown on the 15th.
Okay.
And then all of the winners will be invited to the banquet, and we will present their awards at the banquet, and then the whole art show will be up at the banquet on the 19th as well.
Perfect.
So that's a really fun event that we do with the Unity Coalition and Councilman Frigo's.
Yes, that will be very exciting.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Great.
And now we want people to know about the first show of the year for the Grand Prairie Arts Council. We are doing a cute show that we are bringing back from 2012. We are once again doing Forever Plaid. It's a really favorite for a lot of people, so we're bringing it back for Valentine's Day. It's going to be in the studio theater. We call it the Black Box over at the Uptown, set up theater style with a few VIP tables down front for our season ticket holders and our Arts Council members. There's only 100 seats per show. Folks can get their tickets now. The shows are February 6th through the 8th. And 13th through the 15th, and we have Friday night, Saturday matinee, and Sunday matinee. So you have chances to go at 8 o'clock in the evening or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are going to celebrate Valentine's Day for the whole 2 weekends. So the 6th through the 8th, 13th through the 15th, it's a great way to celebrate Valentine's with a special date, with a group of friends. We are going to have available champagne and roses and candies that you can purchase for your date or your friends if you'd like to when you come, and that'll also be a fundraiser for the Arts Council.
Oh, that's wonderful, a romantic date.
That's right. So you can celebrate, if you can't celebrate on Valentine's Day, you can come over 2 weekends and celebrate your Valentine's Day with us for Forever Plaid, and it's really a great show for a date. It's really fun 1950s music. So it'll really take you back. It's 4 guys that seem really close harmony. We have 2 gentlemen returning from our cast in 2012. John Sanchez and Gary Eoff were in the original cast from 2012. And then we have a new piano player, Larry Miller, who has worked with us on many other shows. We have a new bass player for the show, Brian Clark, and then 2 new cast members, Chad Hutchinson and Rick Brewer are the other 2 cast members. A really fun show, gonna really enjoy it. Funny show about a group of guys that want to be a 1950s band, and they're on their trip to their first gig at a hotel airport lounge, and they're hit by a school bus, and they're all killed. But they come back from heaven to do one last show at this lounge at the airport, which we've recreated in the Black Box Theater at the Uptown, and they get to put on their show and sing all their 50s music before they return to heaven after the show.
Oh, that's exciting. And for those who haven't seen it, it's a must-see.
Oh, it really is.
But for those who have seen it, everybody wants to see it again.
Absolutely. The music is so fun. The storyline is fun. It's a great comedic musical. The tickets are only $15 each. You can buy them on our website at artsgp.org. If you'd prefer, you can go down to the Uptown Theater and buy them at the box office also. While you're getting your tickets, we also have our season tickets available. And if you buy your season tickets now, Forever Plaid is included as a free gift for you. And when you buy your season tickets, you'll get one of those VIP tables. We have 5 tables that'll be down front, and that'll be for our season ticket holders as well as our Arts Council members. So season tickets are so reasonably priced. For just as little as $45, you'll get to see 6 shows this season, including our free gift to you right now, which is Forever Plaid. So we have 3 levels of season tickets. They're all so reasonably priced, $45, $60, and $75. You get to pick your seats. Now, Forever Plaid is general admission, but when you buy your season tickets, we're going to take care of you with a special seat that night. And then the rest of the shows are on our main stage, and you'll pick your reserve seats for the rest of those shows. And you'll have them for the whole year. After Forever Plaid, we're doing Into the Woods in March, Shrek the Musical is our annual summer musical in June. Our fall show for a Halloween theme is Young Frankenstein in October. And then we have our family favorite, Oliver, which is our holiday production in December. So you can go ahead and get your season tickets now and have your whole year planned. And we want people to be sure and come celebrate Valentine's with us with Forever
yes.
Plaid.
What a full year. And the perks of being season ticket holders are great.
That's absolutely right. Or an Arts Council member.
Right.
Whichever you are, we're going to take care of both at Forever Plaid. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We want people to be sure and come down. Now, we're also in the process of planning our April concerts. Next month, I'll be able to announce the bands, who's going to be there. And after these cold winter days we're all looking forward to that April in the park out at the summit for our concerts in the park on Friday night. So we still have some surprises coming. We're also planning our Summer in the Arts program right now, doing a few switches and changes and adding some things that parents and students are really going to like. By next month, I'm hoping we'll have that all settled and we'll be able to announce our plans for that as well for folks.
That is so exciting. Well, tell them how to get tickets for Forever Plaid, since that's the next event.
It sure is. You don't want to miss. You can go to our website, which is artsgp.org. You can click on a link right there, buy your tickets, and there are no extra fees for buying your tickets online. You can also call the Uptown Theater box office, which is 972-237-8786. They can help you by phone with your credit card, or you can even go to the box office. They are open Monday through Fridays most of the time between 10 and 6. 100 seats per show, so you need to get your tickets now. We will take walk-ups for tickets, but if we're sold out, you might miss out. So go ahead and get your tickets now. It's so easy to get your tickets. No extra fees for using your credit cards. And you don't want to miss Forever Plaid.
Yes, I don't want to miss it.
No, we want you
I need
there.
to do that right away.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for being here and for all this wonderful information and for making Grand Prairie an even better place to live.
Thank you, Georgia.
Thank you, Libby. And thank you all for joining us today. I'm Georgia Clemson, reminding you that it's happening.